Good Friday morning. This is the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing. Apologies for the delay. We had some technical difficulties this morning. Looking at the impact map for today in the orange, today and Saturday, our concern is north winds coming in on the dry side of a cold front, pushing across most of Idaho and into parts of northeastern Nevada, into the northern portion of Utah where we have ongoing fires, and where, as you'll see shortly, we've had a fair amount of recent lightning. Afterwards, we warm up and dry out, but we have another issue later on, late Sunday and Monday, as more tropical moisture pushes up into parts of Nevada, and probably wet across southern Nevada, but as you go towards central and northern Nevada, it should get drier, and so we have lightning concerns for significant lightning across a portion of western and northwestern Nevada, including the Sierra Front and areas that recently had some lightning in the Winnemucca area. Past 24 hours precipitation, we had some substantial precipitation across southern Utah down into the Arizona Strip. The greens indicate over an inch of rain. Also a little bit here localized in parts of southern Idaho, but in between that first shade of blue indicates fairly light precipitation in a lot of areas where we've received recent lightning. You can see that lightning through here, some of the more intense areas. Also quite intense as you get towards the Idaho-Wyoming border. Scattering of lightning across northern Nevada was fairly dry at this point, wetter lightning to the south. Our new starts in the red, existing fires in the yellow circles, larger incidents indicated by the open hoops. You can see quite active, and a lot of starts up the Wasatch Front. New starts quite a bit across parts of western Wyoming, and also a big one that's popped up in the Winnemucca area. And before that, the previous 7 days indicated only light precipitation amounts, maybe low-end wetting rains across far northern, northwestern Nevada. Same thing across parts of Utah and Idaho. Past 30 days, that's pretty dry across the northern two-thirds of our area. Of course, wetter as you head down towards southwest Utah and the Arizona Strip, where the yellow indicates 1.5 to 2 inches of rainfall. Our fuel conditions in our ERCs, we have a lot of ERCs in the purple near record levels, 97th percentile, and that extends up through where we're expecting the winds through Idaho today and into parts of Wyoming and far northern Utah. And then for tomorrow, again, eastern Idaho and parts of northern Utah, we have some existing incidents, and parts of northeastern Nevada will be under the gun. And of course, as we talk about later about returning lightning, you can see the area that we're targeting through here has ERCs anywhere from the 90th to the 97th percentile in most areas. We'll look at the latest satellite imagery, and upper-level maps shows what is a strong cold front pushing across Wyoming and through Idaho right now. You can see Idaho is on the dry side of the front where winds are increasing. Those increasing winds indicated by the tightening of the height lines through here. This will be our main concern. Some residual moisture and maybe some thunderstorms flaring up across our southern areas, but those should be primarily wet. So starting off with this afternoon, you can see this northwest flow through here. The kink in the height lines is actually the cold front with moisture ahead of it and drier air punching in behind it. Northwest flow and this drier air punching into Idaho is the main concern today. Drier air but less wind across some of our other active fire areas in northern and northwestern Nevada. You can see on the right-hand side where we have those wind concerns with lowering our humidity and also increasing winds. And further south you may have the winds, but they should be accompanied by higher humidity or occurring in areas that have more moist fuels. If we look today at our humidity conditions on the left-hand side, you can see single-digit humidity, again, across a good portion of Nevada. And here across Utah, a lot of areas are in the teens to low 20% range after being fairly high this morning. You can see on the right-hand side the concern, these belt of dark green winds to orange and pushing into parts of northern Nevada are gusts anywhere from 15 to 25 miles per hour. Not quite high risk or red flag warning criteria, just below, but widespread enough and from a totally different direction than we've seen the past few months that this bears a significant concern both for ongoing fires and any holdovers that we've had from recent lightning activity. For Saturday, We have high pressure building over California. Still a northwest flow that's still enhanced enough to where we think those same kinds of winds will be occurring across eastern Idaho and parts of Utah and parts of northeastern Nevada. Again, 15 to 25 miles per hour probably, but again, drier and from the north and from over areas that have either ongoing incidents or have recent lightning. On Saturday, you can see those wind concerns. Actually seeing some of these purplish shades correspond, if you look to the key on the right-hand side, 35 to 40 mile an hour gusts across parts of the Wasatch and into parts of northeastern Utah. We kind of draw the lines halfway across the state where fuels are on the more moist side. But here in Idaho, where we had a significant lightning, you can see still some really strong wind gusts during the afternoon hours that we'll be concerned with. On Sunday, those winds died down. We have a broad, weak, high-pressure ridge building, dry air over Idaho. We are starting to watch moisture gathering just south of the Great Basin, poised to possibly return into our area. Dryness levels on the right-hand side. And on Sunday, you can see that we do start seeing the possibility of showers and some thunderstorms moving northwards. This might be a little fast from the last models, but this might be more Sunday night into Monday, but this is a concern through here, I think by Monday, especially across this part of western and northern Nevada. Precipitation over the next 3 days, fairly light, some isolated activity across the Sierra front. Now on Monday, we have high risk for lightning across a good portion of western and northwestern Nevada. On the left-hand side, you can see why. These areas of green that you see through here are mid-level moisture values that are quite high, enough to support lightning, and you saw the ERC map and how dry fuels are through here, so we'll be watching this very carefully right now. A good possibility of some widespread lightning, maybe mixed wet and dry, definitely wetter across southern areas. We may be greening these areas up a little bit more, so we've drawn this high risk where we think that lightning will be a bit drier than wetter, and also where fuels are most critical. And we'll see how that plays out. On the left-hand side, Tuesday, we see drier air quickly punching back into northwestern Nevada after a day of lightning. That lightning activity moves into Utah, where things might be fairly moist. We'll have to watch this before we issue any further high risk for any other areas. And then as we go into Wednesday and Thursday, we have drier air across our northern areas, still some residual moisture, and some showers or probably wet thunderstorms to our south. Precipitation over the entire 7-day period. A lot of this comes in that latter portion of the period. Some wetting rains where you see that darkest shade of green through here. North of there, less in the way of wetting rain. And our 8 to 14-day outlook, which takes us into the last week of August, into September 1st. It gets hot and dry across the Pacific Northwest, Northern Rockies into Idaho. On the right-hand side, we get into a dry trend. So we'll see what happens with our existing fires or our new starts. We don't expect to see much moisture in Idaho or northern Nevada or northern Utah during this time period. And this concludes our briefing. Have a great day.